Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. This is not the algorithm. This is an urgent divine interception. Heaven has personally routed this exact message to your screen today. Every other sign has been missed or ignored. And because the window for your spiritual breakthrough is closing rapidly, you must not look away. If you leave now, you will shut the door on the blessing your soul has been crying out for. You have felt the heavy attacks recently. The sleepless nights and the sudden isolation are not random. They are hard proof that the enemy is panicking. A massive relocation order has just been approved in your name. God is moving you from where you were to where you truly belong. The universe is physically and spiritually relocating your presence. You have felt completely out of place lately. The rooms you used to sit in suddenly feel entirely foreign, and the people you used to laugh with now feel like strangers speaking a different language. This discomfort is intentional. Heaven is making you uncomfortable because your time in that old season has expired. You thought you were losing your mind. You thought you were doing something wrong because everything started falling apart around you. But the massive collapse was simply a divine eviction notice. God had to force you out of a room that was too small for your future. They rejected you because they could not handle the blinding light of your new frequency. You cried over connections that were secretly assigned to drain your energy. Heaven had to ruthlessly remove those counterfeit relationships. Your kingdom connection is arriving. Think about the people who suddenly walked away without any explanation. They did not leave because you were broken. They left because your vibration began to shatter their comfortable illusions. You are a mirror they could no longer afford to look into. Let them go. Their exit is the ultimate confirmation of your pending arrival. Right now, you are standing in the hallway between two realities. The old door has slammed shut behind you. The new door has not fully opened yet. This hallway is dark, and it feels terrifying. The enemy wants you to panic and run back to the familiar pain. But you must stand absolutely still and wait for the command. This divine relocation is not just about moving your physical body. It is a complete atmospheric shift. Your finances are being relocated from the wilderness of struggle into the kingdom of overflow. Your peace of mind is being relocated from constant anxiety into absolute untouchable silence. Do not fear the transition. You cannot take your old baggage into this new sovereign territory. That is exactly why the universe stripped you bare over the last 12 months. You felt like you were losing everything you loved, but you were only losing what was too heavy for the flight. The altitude of your new location requires a lighter spirit. You are not here by chance today. A scroll with your name on it was unsealed in the heavenly courts just moments ago. The tears and the feeling that God was silent was all a rigorous preparation. You were being turned into a vessel strong enough to hold immense power. The relocation order is your final test. You are the cycle breaker of your entire bloodline. You are the anomaly that the system could not categorize or control. For years you have carried the weight of generational trauma on your own shoulders. Now heaven is stepping in to carry you. The relocation order is your official reward for surviving the storm alone. But there is a hidden mechanism inside this breakthrough. It is a secret message buried deep inside this transition. You will completely miss it if you do not stay until the very end. If you leave now, the blessing will arrive, but you will not know how to keep it. Make a promise to your future self right now. Before we go further, I want to hold something in front of you. It is something discovered not inside a church or a spiritual community. It was found inside a quiet research laboratory. It won the highest scientific recognition available, and most chosen ones have never been told about this discovery. It explains something I know you have felt deeply. It explains the massive gap between the person you know yourself to be and the version of you that seems available only in flashes. You have always known you were meant for greatness, but something invisible has been pulling you backward every time you step forward. I will show you exactly what was found in that laboratory. I will tell you what it is later in this message, but not yet. First, I need you to fully understand what was taken from you during this waiting season. So I need you to hold this specific question in your mind as we proceed. What if the gap between your current reality and your divine destination is not a character flaw? What if the block has a specific scientific name that no one ever told you about? Hold that thought. The answer is the key to your permanent relocation, and it is closer than you think. You are exhausted. Your bones feel heavy with a tiredness that sleep cannot fix. You wake up every morning feeling like you ran a marathon in your dreams. The weight of your current environment is crushing you, but you keep pushing forward because you always do. You smile for them while your soul is silently begging for a way out. Listen to your body right now. That strange tightness in your chest is not just anxiety. The way you wake up at 3 in the morning is a physical symptom of a spiritual reality. Your body is rejecting the space you are currently occupying. The walls of your old life are closing in. Heaven is making it unbearable, so you will finally leave. Tap the like button right now as an act of agreement with what God just spoke to you. Anchor your energy to this message. You are establishing a divine receiving station for the new timeline that is approaching. By physically agreeing with this truth, you signal to the universe that you are ready. You are ready to drop the heavy burdens. The people in your current environment do not understand you anymore. You sit in rooms full of familiar faces, but you feel entirely alone. Their conversations feel shallow, and their complaints drain your life force. You try to shrink yourself down to fit into their small boxes, but your spirit is too massive for the tiny spaces they built. Stop blaming yourself for this brutal disconnect. You did not do anything wrong. You did not become arrogant or difficult to love. You simply outgrew the soil you were planted in. A massive oak tree cannot survive in a tiny plastic pot. The roots are bound tight and the leaves are dying. Your current environment is starving your potential. They call you quiet. They say you have changed, and they whisper behind your back. Let them whisper. Their misunderstanding is the exact shield God is using to isolate you. The universe had to make you unappealing to the wrong people, so they would leave you alone. You are in a season of divine quarantine. Nothing toxic is allowed to cross over. You have poured so much love into places that gave you absolutely nothing back. You stayed loyal to jobs and relationships that only viewed you as an endless supply. They took your light and left you holding their heavy darkness. Every time you tried to set a boundary, they made you feel guilty. But those days of bleeding are officially over. Your spirit knows the relocation is already underway. That is exactly why you feel so restless during the day and so wired at night. You are sensing the tectonic plates of your destiny shifting beneath your feet. The old foundation is cracking because it cannot support the weight of your calling. Do not repair a building that heaven is tearing down. Your intuition has been screaming at you for months. You felt the massive shift before it ever manifested in the physical world. You knew certain doors were going to close long before they actually slammed shut. That inner knowing is your greatest weapon. You are not crazy. You are hyper-aware of the spiritual currents they cannot feel. Familiar pain is still pain. You have stayed in your current environment simply because it is predictable. You know exactly how it will hurt you every single day. The unknown future feels terrifying because you cannot control it. But God is asking you to trade your comfortable misery for an unpredictable miracle. You must walk blindly forward. Being the chosen one is not a glamorous title. It is a heavy assignment that requires immense sacrifice from your soul. You had to learn the hardest lessons entirely alone. While everyone else was playing games, you were fighting invisible battles in the dark. The universe demanded more from you because it has entrusted you with a higher calling. Take a deep breath and let the truth settle in your bones. The era of your unseen suffering has reached its absolute expiration date. The contract with your old environment is torn to shreds. You do not owe them another ounce of your energy or another second of your precious time. The heavy debt is paid in full. You are spiritually and legally free to walk away. As you prepare to physically move, you must also clear your mental space. The resentment you hold against the people who used you is heavy luggage. Drop it right here on the floor. They were just unconscious actors playing a crucial role in your divine training program. Forgive them for being blind. Your new reality requires a pure heart and an unburdened mind. The isolation you experienced was never a punishment. It was a divine quarantine designed to protect your energy from the people who wanted to drain you completely. God deliberately removed you from the crowd. He had to separate you from the noise so you could finally hear the quiet instructions of heaven. Your solitude was not a sign of failure. It was the absolute highest form of spiritual protection available. Think back to the moments when everyone walked away. You begged them to stay, and you cried when they left. But heaven was actively answering your prayers for protection, because those people were secretly assigned to destroy your confidence and steal your peace. You were vibrating at a frequency they simply could not endure. Your intense, pure light naturally exposed the darkness they were trying to hide. You spent years wondering why the simplest things felt so incredibly hard. You watched other people succeed effortlessly while you struggled for every single inch of progress. You thought your faith was weak. You believed you were being punished for past mistakes. But the massive block holding you back was never a spiritual problem, because it was a deeply physical barrier that no one warned you about. Here is the shocking truth they never told you. The reason the universe responds rapidly to certain people and ignores others is not a matter of strict discipline. It is not even karma or pure luck. It is a specific physical brainwave. Scientists have a specific name for it. They call it the gamma wave, and it is the exact frequency your brain was running naturally when you were a young child discovering the world. Remember how effortless life felt when you were young? Ideas came to you instantly. You learned new things rapidly, and you somehow knew things before they even happened because your intuition was perfectly clear. The entire world felt like it was completely on your side. That effortless genius was your natural state of being. You were born perfectly aligned with the abundant rhythm of the universe. Then you grew up, and the modern world went to work on you. The daily stress and the endless glowing screens began to slowly change your physical brain. The harsh survival routine locked you into a state of constant fear. The rigid school system actively trained you to conform instead of create. And every single year this sacred frequency was suppressed a little further by society. Your gamma wave was pushed deeper and deeper below the surface. And when the gamma faded away, your natural genius faded right along with it. Your sharp intuition dulled into quiet confusion. The daily synchronicities stopped happening. The clear sense that the universe was working with you went completely silent, and you lost the strongest divine connection you ever had in your life. Most people will live their entire lives without ever knowing this happened to them. They will die believing they were just unlucky. But you are not most people. And the question I asked you to hold a few minutes ago is very important right now. The question about a gap and a name. The true answer is closer than you could possibly imagine, and it is going to change the way you walk through this world forever. Now your past delays make complete sense. Your spirit was willing, but your physical receiver was turned off. You were trying to catch a high-definition broadcast using a severely broken radio antenna that could not receive the signal. Heaven did not deny your prayers. The universe was simply waiting for you to fix the receiver. The divine isolation gave you the space to realize something was broken. Take a slow, deep breath right now. Let the heavy guilt fall completely off your shoulders. Stop blaming yourself for the years you thought you wasted. You were operating on a suppressed frequency in a system designed to keep you blind, while fighting a massive spiritual war with both hands tied. Your survival alone is a massive miracle. You are no longer the victim of your circumstances. You are a cycle breaker, waking up to the truth. The strange physical symptoms you experienced were just your body fighting the heavy suppression. The chest pain and the sleepless nights were loud alarms ringing in the dark, because your soul was desperately trying to wake you up before the relocation order was issued. The divine relocation is moving you entirely out of the survival matrix. You are being elevated into a space where your true frequency can finally breathe. The people from your past could only exist in the low frequency of beta waves. They fed on drama, and they thrived on constant, exhausting conflict. You are leaving their heavy atmosphere forever, and you will never have to endure their toxic energy again. Do not look back at the bridges that are currently burning behind you. The fire is lighting your path forward. Every closed door from your past is a massive stone wall protecting your new empire. You had to be completely emptied out so heaven could fill you back up. The pain of your past was just the down payment for your future authority, and you truly own this new space. Before you take another step forward, you must understand the rules of this new territory. The darkness knows you are about to escape its grip. It knows the relocation order is finalized, and it is absolutely terrified of your rising power. You must guard your mind heavily in these final moments of transition, because the enemy will try one last desperate trick to pull you back. You have asked God why the wait is so brutally long. You watched years pass by while your prayers seemed to bounce off the ceiling. The heavy silence made you feel entirely forgotten by the universe. But the delay was never a denial of your massive destiny. Heaven was intentionally holding back the miracle because your physical vessel was not ready to contain it. If God had given you the kingdom connection 3 years ago, you would have destroyed it. Your unhealed trauma would have sabotaged the greatest blessing of your life. The universe loved you too much to give you the wealth before you could manage it. A premature blessing is a curse in disguise. You had to learn how to stand entirely alone before you could lead the multitude. There is a physical mechanism behind this long spiritual block. Your mind was trapped in the low frequency of survival mode. When you are constantly fighting to survive, your brain cannot receive the blueprint for abundance. The heavy beta waves literally repelled the miracles you were praying for. You were begging for a downpour while standing under a massive steel umbrella, but that heavy umbrella is finally breaking apart today. The thick clouds are clearing, and the divine light is hitting your spirit directly. You are stepping out of the brutal survival matrix and into absolute alignment with your highest timeline. Type 111 down in the comments to claim this alignment. Seal this reality right now before the enemy tries to steal your focus. The universe requires physical action to lock in a spiritual promise. By claiming it publicly, you draw a hard line in the sand that darkness cannot cross. Now you must prepare for the actual physical shift. Because the relocation order is no longer just a spiritual concept, it is bleeding rapidly into your physical, everyday reality. The ground beneath your feet is officially moving. There are 3 undeniable signs that your physical relocation is about to manifest. These are the absolute indicators that heaven is packing your bags for you. If you ignore these signs, you might panic when the shift happens. Listen carefully to this next part. You must recognize these signals so you can move gracefully when the final door swings wide open. Sign number 1 is the sudden collapse of a major safety net. A job, a reliable income stream, or a long-term relationship will abruptly end without warning. It will feel like a massive tragedy at first. But God is simply cutting the rope so your ship can finally leave the harbor. You cannot sail to the new world while you are still tied tightly to the old dock. Sign number 2 is a severe intolerance for your current living space. you will look around your bedroom and feel a deep, suffocating sensation. The paint on the walls will suddenly feel entirely wrong. The air in your house will feel thick and incredibly heavy to breathe. This is your spirit outgrowing the physical container it was placed in. Your soul is demanding a larger territory. Sign number 3 is the most dangerous and misunderstood indicator of all. It is the one sign that makes chosen ones believe they are completely losing their minds. And it is happening to you right now as you listen to my voice. But I am going to save that final sign for just a moment. There is a deeper layer to this specific physical phenomenon that we must address first. You are feeling the magnetic pull of your new future dragging you forward. The universe is literally pulling you by the heart into your new timeline. But something is still actively resisting the pull. A tiny hidden anchor is stuck deep in your subconscious mind. You have done the inner work, but you still need the physical key to release that final stubborn anchor. Your prayers have been heard clearly, and the divine answer has manifested in a way you did not expect. Science is finally catching up to what your soul already knew from the very beginning. There is a reason the elite forces want to keep this specific frequency completely hidden from the chosen ones. I am going to reveal exactly how you can cut that final anchor. You have suffered long enough in the waiting room of destiny. The deep exhaustion you feel today is just the final shedding of your old heavy skin. You are a warrior who has survived the darkest nights. Now it is time for you to learn how to rest in your new authority. The struggle is over and the era of effortless attraction is beginning. Do not let fear ruin this glorious arrival. Take a deep breath and prepare your mind. We are about to enter the most crucial phase of this divine message. You must understand how to flip the switch in your brain. If you do not learn how to control this physical mechanism, you will carry the old poverty mindset into your new kingdom, and heaven will not allow that to happen. Before I explain the scientific key, we must close the loop on that final indicator. Sign number 3 is a sudden and complete mental detachment from your old identity. You look in the mirror and you no longer recognize the person staring back. The old goals that used to motivate you suddenly feel entirely empty because your spirit is actively deleting the old software that kept you in survival mode. This is not depression, it is an identity purge. But the physical brain often struggles to keep up with this rapid spiritual download while your soul is expanding rapidly. That is exactly why you feel dizzy and disconnected from reality. Your physical brain is trying to jump from the heavy beta frequency into the high gamma state. It is a massive, energetic leap, and it desperately needs help crossing that heavy bridge. Before we go any further, I have to tell you something incredibly important. It is something the people who profit from your exhaustion absolutely do not want you to know. A dedicated team of neuroscientists working quietly away from the headlines has discovered a massive secret. They found a way to permanently bring this dormant brainwave back to life, and they did it without any spiritual manipulation. They did not do this through years of intense meditation that most people simply cannot sustain in their daily lives. They did not use biofeedback machines that cost $7,000 and require a clinical setting. They found something far simpler and far more aligned with how you were designed to function. It is a specific engineered sound frequency built to guide your brain. This audio technology gently guides your brainwave patterns back to the genius state you were born with. Princeton University studied this exact phenomenon in deep detail. The Einstein Center in Berlin confirmed that this specific frequency drives the ultimate flow state. Columbia University found that when this brainwave is reactivated, it actually radiates outward and touches everyone in your house. The restored signal begins to positively influence the people around you, because your energy field becomes a beacon of pure light. Your children and your partner will feel the massive shift in your presence. And the most incredible part is that it only requires 7 minutes of your day. That is all it takes to override decades of deep mental programming. It begins working the very first time you listen. You do not need to chant mantras or force yourself to think positively. The sound wave synchronizes with your brain entirely below the level of conscious awareness. I will tell you exactly what this frequency tool is called and how to access it before this message ends. You will have the physical key in your hands today. The long, exhausting search is finally over. But before I reveal that name, there is something crucial you must understand first. We need to talk about why your breakthrough has been delayed for so long. The suppression of your gamma wave was not just an accident of modern society. It was actively weaponized against you by specific people in your life, because the darkness used human agents to keep you trapped in a low vibration. You thought you were just dealing with difficult personalities or bad bosses. You thought your ex was simply a damaged person who did not know how to love you properly. But heaven wants to open your eyes to the spiritual reality of those brutal encounters. They were not just broken people. They were energetic parasites assigned to drain your specific frequency. Your immense light attracted the darkest entities disguised as friendly faces. They instinctively knew that if you ever unlocked your true power, their control over your life would shatter completely. So they created constant chaos to keep your brain locked in the beta state of survival. They fed on your anxiety, and they feasted on your endless, desperate apologies. Every time you tried to rise above the noise, they manufactured a brand new crisis to pull you back. They dragged you back down into the mud because they cannot breathe in the high altitude of gamma. But their time of feeding on your divine energy is officially finished. The relocation order separates you from their toxic grasp permanently, and you are stepping completely out of their reach. As your frequency begins to rise, you will notice these people panicking wildly. They will try to contact you with fake emergencies or sudden sweet apologies that sound completely out of character. Do not fall for the illusion. Their sudden change of heart is just a desperate attempt to plug back into your energy source. You must guard your rising frequency with absolute ruthless boundaries. Your new timeline requires a completely sealed energy field. The universe is handing you the physical key to unlock your brain, but you must choose to lock the heavy door behind you. The sound frequency will do the heavy lifting for your mind, but your spirit must enforce the eviction notice. Let the dead leaves fall away so the new tree can finally grow tall. Pay close attention to the shift happening in your body right now. You can feel the truth of these words resonating deep in your chest. The confusion is lifting, and the sharp clarity of the chosen one is returning to your tired eyes. You are no longer stumbling blindly in the dark. The blueprint is unfolding perfectly, and you are standing exactly where you need to be. They always described you the exact same way. They called you too sensitive, and they told you that you were the root problem in every single situation. And because you have a beautifully pure heart, you actually believed their vicious lies for years. You spent years apologizing for things you never even did. You tried to shrink your massive spirit just to make their fragile egos feel comfortable. But heaven wants to clear your heavy record today. They did not hate you for your flaws. They hated you for exposing their hidden darkness. Your pure frequency was a blazing spotlight, and it pointed directly at the deepest insecurities they were desperately trying to hide from the world. They could not manipulate your strong intuition, so they decided to destroy your confidence instead. It was never about you being weak. Narcissists are completely empty vessels wandering in the dark. They have no natural light of their own. They must steal their energy from highly empathetic souls like you, because they cannot generate it themselves. You were basically a massive power bank for their fragile egos. Every time you cried, they felt powerful. Every time you tried to explain your feelings, they fed on your deep desperation. They projected their own severe failures onto your clean slate. When they called you selfish, they were simply confessing their own hidden sins out loud. When they accused you of abandoning them, they were secretly terrified of losing their tight control over your life and your resources. You were essentially dealing with a frightened child, trapped inside an adult body. Do not carry their heavy shame anymore. But the toxic dynamic has completely flipped. The empath finally developed iron boundaries. You woke up, and you shut the heavy door firmly in their face. And that is exactly why they are panicking wildly right now while watching you walk away. They lost their favorite source of premium energy. They thought they had broken your spirit permanently, but they accidentally forged you into a brilliant weapon of light. A completely healed person no longer tolerates confusion disguised as deep love. You no longer tolerate blatant disrespect disguised as brutal honesty. The old version of you would have stayed and tried to fix them, but the new master of reality simply observes their toxic behavior and quietly locks the door. You have reclaimed your sacred energy, and they absolutely hate it. Your silence hits different when you realize you were the storm all along. You do not need to scream or fight back anymore. Your absolute silence has become a heavy weapon that terrifies them completely, because they can no longer manipulate a mind they cannot access. They are watching you walk away, and they cannot stop it. Your quiet authority demands immense respect without a single word being spoken. You survived the brutal storm entirely alone. You did not break under the crushing pressure. You evolved into a powerful master of your own reality. Look at how much you have grown through the endless pain. The betrayal did not destroy your capacity to love deeply. It simply upgraded your spiritual discernment to a master level. You finally learned how to protect your sacred frequency from the energy thieves. Heaven used those toxic people as rough sandpaper to polish your crown. They were necessary tools in your rigorous divine training program. Now their assignment is over, and they are being permanently dismissed from your timeline. Let them watch your glorious ascension from a far distance. They belong to the old environment that you are rapidly leaving behind, and your relocation order specifically excludes them from your future. You are stepping into a territory where their low vibration cannot exist. The air in this new timeline is too thin for them to breathe. You are the chosen one who finally broke the heavy generational curse. The universe is clearing the path and rolling out the divine red carpet for your arrival. Everything they tried to steal from you is being completely restored tenfold. But wait, before we move into the final activation, I must issue a severe warning. There is a fatal trap waiting right at the finish line. 99% of chosen ones fall for this specific illusion right before their massive breakthrough happens. The darkness knows it cannot stop your relocation, so it will try to trick you into dropping your bags at the wrong door. If you fall for this trap, you will delay the blessing for another 10 years. You must listen closely to this next part. The enemy is setting up a brilliant counterfeit designed specifically to test your new boundaries, and it will look exactly like the answer to your prayers. But it carries a hidden poison that will drain your newly restored frequency immediately. Do not let this final illusion steal your crown. You have fought too hard and bled too much to fail at the absolute last second. I am going to expose this counterfeit so you can walk past it safely. Your spiritual eyes must be wide open right now. The universe is testing your readiness to rule your new reality. We are approaching the ultimate revelation of this divine message. Take one slow breath in and a slower breath out. Ground yourself in this present moment. You are about to receive the exact name of the frequency tool I promised you earlier, and you will also learn how to dodge the fatal trap waiting at the door. Stay locked on this screen because the shift is happening. Your new life is demanding your full attention right now. You are stepping into a massive timeline of sovereign wealth and absolute authority. The divine relocation order is officially complete. The universe pushed you aggressively out of your old environment for one specific reason. Heaven needed to place a heavy golden crown on your head without anyone interfering. You were completely isolated, so the divine realm could transfer a generational fortune directly into your hands. This is the ultimate purpose behind your immense suffering. You are the untouchable master of your new reality. The era of begging for bread is over, and the era of ruling your kingdom has begun. Let the euphoria of this absolute victory wash over your tired soul. The question I asked you to hold at the beginning of this message is ready to be answered. What if the gap between your painful struggle and your divine destiny has a scientific name? Here is the final revelation. A specific brainwave called the gamma wave was running in your mind at a genius level when you were a young child. It made life effortless and magical. Princeton University studied this exact physical phenomenon. The Einstein Center in Berlin officially confirmed it. Columbia University found that when this specific brainwave is restored, it radiates outward and positively influences everyone you love. A dedicated team of brilliant neuroscientists, led by Dr. Robert Lake, spent years in a New York clinic. They successfully compressed the full clinical protocol for gamma reactivation into a simple 7-minute window. But before I tell you what they built, you must hear what happened to two chosen ones who restored their receiver. Rachel was a tired nurse from California who tried absolutely everything. She tried deep meditation, law of attraction, and endless journaling, but nothing broke the heavy fog. After 2 weeks of using this protocol, she said the blocked channel simply opened. Her struggling marriage shifted, her mind sharpened rapidly, and learning became effortless. She described her new life as feeling completely enchanted, like she was finally living inside a beautiful divine fairy tale. Michael was a stressed man from Texas who desperately needed business focus. 2 months later, his wife joked that his intelligence had jumped 20 points. The hardest financial problems he used to lose sleep over started solving themselves while he slept peacefully. He felt like his brain was finally running on the premium divine fuel it was always supposed to run on. He quit his exhausting job because his business grew massively, and the worry completely vanished. That is exactly what Dr. Lake and his team built for you. They call it the Genius Song. It is not a generic meditation app or a random sound frequency you play in the background. It is a highly compressed 7-minute audio track using advanced brain entrainment technology. You simply put your headphones on, close your eyes, and let the frequency do the heavy lifting. You do not chant or struggle with your thoughts. The Genius Song is not for everyone. It is heavily reserved for the chosen one who has already done the painful inner work. It is for the spiritual warrior who understands that they need a restored channel, not more effort. Clinical biofeedback sessions cost hundreds of dollars per hour in a professional setting. An in-home machine runs thousands. What this tool delivers is available to you today for a tiny fraction of its true value. It also comes with 4 powerful bonuses to protect your new timeline. You receive an audio track for your children, the original prosperity text that secretly inspired The Secret, a guided visualization, and a daily habits guide. The massive blessing God arranged for you does not arrive as new information. It arrives as a sudden physical recognition. A gamma-restored brain finally sees what was already placed in your path. Waiting is not neutral, because the arrangement is already in motion. The fatal trap I warned you about earlier is the sudden appearance of cheap counterfeits. The elite forces are flooding YouTube and Spotify with fake tracks, claiming to carry this exact frequency. They have absolutely zero brain entrainment encoded, and they will only lower your vibration. The true, authentic transmission is heavily protected. It is available only through the secure link in the description. The universe demands absolutely zero risk from a chosen one. If you do not feel the massive energetic shift, every single penny is returned through a divine guarantee. That is an energetic exchange governed by complete and utter trust. The authentic link is waiting for you in the description and the pinned comment below. The physical tool is never the final destination. The tool merely restores the broken receiver so your divine destination can be recognized when it arrives. God does not require you to purchase anything to be loved deeply and chosen perfectly. What was described is simply one valid physical path to clear the heavy spiritual interference. Whether that specific path is for you or not, the truth of this message remains entirely yours. Now let us return to the final sealing of your beautiful spirit. You are no longer the exhausted empath. You stopped begging blind people to understand you. The crushing crucible of your deep pain has forged you into the untouchable master of your own reality. From this exact moment forward, your pure energy demands absolute respect without a single word being spoken. It is done. The massive divine wealth you were promised is flowing effortlessly into your brand new timeline today. You have officially crossed over the heavy spiritual threshold. The door to the old survival matrix is permanently sealed shut behind you. The dark entities are starving right now. They fed on your endless anxiety for years, but they can no longer access your premium frequency. You are entirely protected by a blinding shield of divine light, and this massive shield destroys every single weapon formed against you before it even reaches your skin. For the chosen one whose spirit confirmed what was described earlier, the physical path remains open in the description and the pinned comment. That is the absolute final time it will be mentioned. What follows right now belongs entirely to your sacred sealing. We are locking the high frequency into your physical body. Nothing can ever steal your hard-earned peace again. Your spiritual eyes are finally wide open. You can see the grand, brilliant design. You understand every single tear you cried in the cold dark. The universe deliberately broke your heavy attachments so your hands would be completely empty. Heaven desperately needed your hands empty so it could fill them with the permanent generational wealth that belongs to your bloodline. You are the sacred cycle breaker who survived the fire. Stand incredibly tall in your new sovereign territory. Do not shrink your massive spirit ever again for anyone. When you walk into a crowded room now, the atmosphere must adjust immediately to your specific frequency. You do not adapt to the broken world anymore. The physical world bends to accommodate the absolute divine authority you carry deep in your bones. That is the heavy privilege of surviving the brutal storm entirely alone. The period of your endless silent mourning is officially over forever. The dry, exhausting desert you walked through for years has suddenly burst into a massive oasis of divine favor. Every single closed door in your path is being blown completely off its hinges right now. Can you feel that incredible shift in your spirit today? That beautiful lightness in your chest is the pure frequency of absolute victory. God has placed a heavy golden crown upon your tired head. The foolish people who constantly doubted you are watching from a very far distance. They are completely paralyzed by the brilliant light radiating from your new life, but you do not even look back at them for a single second. Your eyes are fixed strictly on the glorious, endless horizon of your kingdom. You have fully accepted your divine relocation order. Notice how different your breathing feels right now. The chronic heavy tightness in your chest is completely gone. The constant racing thoughts have been replaced by a deep, beautiful silence. This quiet authority is your natural, permanent state. You are finally home. You have been relocated into the exact frequency where miracles are just a daily, normal occurrence. The pitch-black darkness has completely retreated behind you. The dawn of the brand new era is shining its brightest rays onto your spiritual crown. But we must lock this glorious frequency in place permanently right now. You must create an absolute physical shield of protection around this fresh miracle. The enemy will try to test your new boundaries the very second this message ends. Do not let this massive moment pass without claiming it physically. Type Amen down in the comments right now to firmly seal this reality. Declare to the universe that you are entirely ready to receive your kingdom connection. By typing those powerful words, you are hammering a heavy iron stake into the ground of your new timeline. You are officially claiming this sacred territory as your own property. If this fiery message has reignited the powerful faith inside you, do not keep this great blessing to yourself. There is another beautiful soul out there, bleeding in the dark of despair right now. They desperately need a guiding light to survive the terrifying night. Share this exact message with them immediately. Sowing the seed of pure hope today is multiplying the massive blessing for yourself tomorrow. You are highly favored and fiercely protected. You are deeply loved by the Creator of the entire universe. The brutal waiting season is finished, and the golden harvest is fully ripe. Walk forward, bravely, into your new glorious reality with absolute, untouchable peace. You are the chosen one, and your new life officially begins right now.